Welcome back to High Button Sports here. We're set for another game. This one between Eastern Shore and Pictou. We're off to the races here. MacArthur down the right side. Quick shot on. Save. Poked off into the corner. Sim back to the line. Grace shoots that on. A nice stick off the end of this. A nice tip off the end of the stick there by Lemoyne. Back there on the far wall, and I guess we're right into this one. Back in behind. Trying to fish that one out. Eastern Shore through the legs, up the left side. LaRue plays up. Little ricochet pass up the left side again. Into the offensive zone. That one sent back on the boards. Fanned on it there by Pictou County. Cut back through the middle. Grace. Onto the stick. Sim walking in. Another shot and a save there early. As a nice hard snapshot by Sim. And I guess now we'll take the time to get a little preview going here. Pictou County coming into this game after their first loss of the year yesterday versus Tassa. The game of the tournament so far. Last night, in the second last game, they lost to Tassa 4-3. Good battle by both sides. Tassa just getting the best of them, as it will happen in hockey and if you play 40-plus games. And Eastern Shore coming into this one looking for a victory here against the top team. This game not having too much consequence in terms of who's playing tomorrow. Down and low, it's over to the right side. Picked up, nice little cutback move there. Pictou County pushing the pace here early. You don't think this team's motivated to come out and get a win after what happened last night? I think we're gonna see a Pictou County team that is really gonna push the pace of this game all game long. I guess we will see if my prediction comes true, and that will be worked back over to Cameron. But a minute and a half into this one, Cameron back in behind. Cormier played back. Cameron grabbing. Back over to Green. Green chip pass in the middle. Swain tries to catch up to it, but it's back to Morris. Morris now the other way. Mariners now working in the offensive zone down the right side. Stick handled. Pushed off into the boards there. Down along the end wall, it's freed up there in the corner, diving away at it, but freed up Swain. Swain head up down the ice, lead pass to Green. Green swung that back around. It's tied up there in the middle. McNeil goes down and the arm goes up. Early power play coming here for the Mariners. Parsons across. He'll take a shot. Save there. Puck's still loose though, and it'll be finally touched up by Pictou County and whistle dead. 12:46 to go here in the first period. Tripping call and the first man advantage of the game going to the Mariners, and a good opportunity for them to kind of shut down that quick offense we saw here in the first few minutes. Getting ready here for the face-off, and Mariners would love one here. And once I get a minute here, I gotta explain what's going on down in the lobby. Is organized pandemonium is what I refer to it as we try to figure out who's going to be playing in that final spot. By the looks of it tomorrow in the semifinals, it looks to be a three-way tie right now. Three-way tie. McNeil down the right side. That one falling back onto the line. Left side, Pictou gonna try to wheel it out. Cameron fires that across, down in through the right side. Shot on, glove down. And it looks like Cameron's got the C on. I know Sim had it yesterday. Maybe there's something to be said about they switch it off home and away. That'd be interesting. I don't know if I've seen that yet this year. I know that's something they do in the NHL with assistants. Never heard about the C getting switched around, but to each their own, I suppose. Cameron had a phenomenal game yesterday in that loss to Tassa. Really led the way for his team, tried to will them back to victory, couldn't pull it off, but impressive nonetheless. MacArthur down the right side. Picked up, trying to chip it back to the line. That one looks to get by Hines. Hines over to Cameron, and Cameron fires at the length of the ice with an absolute clap bomb, is what we'd refer to that one as. LaRue picking it up here, still on the power play. Mariners trying to get it into the offensive zone. Gonna play it off the bounce. Back in through the middle, and Cameron taking care of business again, firing into the end boards. LaRue. Tried to play it up the wall, cut off there in the middle. Grace shot on. Gonna hit the back of the net. LaRue again. Really starting to get the names of these players down in my head on game 10. LaRue shot on, falling in behind. Pushed off into the corner. White tries to play it around. Sent in, rolling up. The puck's still loose on the side. Sim gonna take a slap shot at it now. Cut off on the wall. Nicely kept in by Dando. Dando had a good game yesterday, winning the MVP. The D-man. That one falling out in front, but the end of the power play here. MacArthur's gonna take it and shoot it down. That'll be an icing as the power play had just ended, but fresh legs out there now for Pictou. 10:40 left to go here in the first. Back to even strength. Want to thank everyone again here at the start of the game for tuning in on High Button Sports. We appreciate the support all weekend long. Been phenomenal. We're here for another game. This is the second of the day. We have another 2 coming up after this, and the last one with major consequences. I guess I'll take the moment now to explain it. Acadia, Dartmouth, and Antigonish all tied right now as it stands, and because it's not a 2-way tie, but it's a 3-way tie. If it was a 2-way tie, Dartmouth would be in because of the head-to-head victories over Antigonish on the first day, a game that actually came back to have a lot of implications. When we watched that game, we said this is an awesome one. We didn't really know it would end up mattering 2 days later. So that one end up having big implications. So there's a 3-way tie. So if it was a 2-way, it would just go to head-to-head. But because it's 3, it goes into goal ratio. So I'm no mathematician. I mean, I did grade 10 and 11 math, but that was about as far as I got in terms of that. But what I know there is I think that's both goals, or both of those stats divided by each other. All I heard was goal ratio, and I said, okay, that's enough to say on the broadcast. I'm sure the people smarter than me will understand that. And as I'm explaining that, it's fired home by Pictou County. A goal from the point and a nice hard shot finds the back of the net. They'll go up 1 5 minutes into the first period. But just to finish that thought there, it does come down to goal differential, and what that means is tonight Antigonish will play Bedford, and if Bedford beats Antigonish by, I think I was hearing 5 to 7 goals, then that means Dartmouth is in. And if they don't, I believe Antigonish, the host team, will hang on to that last spot. As we put that puck back in and a quick shot, trying to fire another one home. They were quick, and I'll update the scoreboard here, but that is the case. So if you weren't planning on watching that final game tonight, thinking it might not matter with Bedford already locking in for tomorrow, I assure you it does. There was, like I said, organized pandemonium in the lobby here just a few moments ago. I was hanging out in my car, taking a little breather, trying not to talk, and I come out and I heard a parent yell, "If Antigonish loses by 7 to Bedford, we're in." So I guess that's the case, but now we'll return back to the action here on the ice. Little worked that forward. Back in behind on the right side. Mitchell's going to play that across. Picked up, played down the wing, and that one touched up offside. Whistled down here again, just over 5 minutes into this one. Mariners would love to get a big win here against Pictou County, making them go 1-2. People kind of assuming, don't know if they should be, that Pictou's in tomorrow, but nonetheless, they want a victory here to secure their spot at 2-1. Dished over to Grace. In through the legs, McEachern shot in, that one high over the right side post. Pinched in along the boards, it's played back. In behind the net, they'll try to backhand that over to Morris. It comes back to Grace, sent in, chopped at with the stick, left side. Worked up, that'll hop over. Played back across, lead past McEachern, left side. Back in behind McEachern. Down low, that one was trickling around behind. It's still alive. Good job here, Pictou County, holding the offensive zone, making some real nice plays to hold it, and a nice move around. Oh my goodness, McDonald The hands there to keep it alive, but eventually knocked away and hustled back for Captain LaRue. LaRue up the right side, waiting for that to bounce off. Into the zone, Morris. Morris getting held off. He's in behind. Quick hands by Morris. Down low, buy himself some time as they switch on. Parsons coming in to help, but won't be able to make it there in time as this pass to MacArthur stick back to the Mariners. Down the right side, Kalyaita. Kalyaita tries to hold it in. Sim will hold it now. Down the left side. Sim drop back to McDonald. He'll take a bump there in the corner. McDonald will be intercepted by LaRue. LaRue shoots that in behind, sent the length of the ice. And whistled down here with 7:36 to go in the first. Zooming right through here in the first period. 7:36 to score, or the time, 1-0 to score. Oh, sorry, my mistake. I had it on there. The wrong goal is actually Pictou up 1-0, so there. I'll fix that on. It'll be score clock. All right, so there we go. It is 1-0 Pictou County after that early shot goal from the side of Cameron. Shoots it in. That one bouncing off the glove back into the corner. Fished out. Tried to play ahead. It's knocked back to the line. Hines, high one to the middle. Turned over. Pictou County continuing to push the pace. Poked out there. Cameron turns it around. Down the right side. The D-man getting covered on the line there by McDonald. Back on the other side, trying to chip it down. MacArthur helps hold it in. Sim now with it. Sim left side, played to the middle. On the stick, Mariners lead pass. Gonna try to split the D. Parsons elects to just come to center and shoot it down and change it up. Good responsible play there by Parsons. Now down the right side, chip in towards the middle, left back. Looking for the lead pass, they'll hold on. Shot on and cover it up. 6:30 left to go in the first. We're about halfway through our first period. Not much going here in the first period other than a couple of shots either way. The one goal, but haven't had a lot of whistles, but the pace hasn't been too high. Relatively even. Pictou playing in the offensive zone. Very comfortable there, obviously. Very good team at working that puck around and making the smart play. That's what I've kind of noticed about them. Now on the other side, the Mariners, good at working together as a team as well. Not as much maybe on the offensive side of the puck, but in the neutral zone and the defensive, they seem like they kind of know where to go. Hillier back there. Hillier has the A on the jersey. He's had a fine tournament here so far this weekend. 6:11 left to go in the first. We'll wait, puck drop here to the left. And a little too overzealous there on the draw. Swain will get the boot, bring in the winger. Green's gonna hold off and let the right winger McCullum take the draw. It's one back, picked up by Swain. Swain there on the far wall, getting pressured by two larger players, but he's holding it and eventually comes up to the half wall, chip back in. Back in behind, McDonald tries to center. Picked up and chipped through. Left side, that one on. LaRue enters the zone. LaRue backhanded on, steered aside. Into the opposite end. 5:36 to go here in the first. Mariners holding their own against this top Pictou team. The favorites coming into this tournament. If anyone at home is into betting, I kind of said them in Bedford as the #1 seeds were the only minus money. Since then, I think, like most tournaments, been thrown into a blender, so I won't even speak on that now, but we do know that Pictou had a phenomenal season this year. Just down the road of Andy Ganesh. Did Atlantics last year at the Pictou County Wellness Center, and a beautiful building there. I'm sure many of you have seen it. It's pretty state-of-the-art, nice media booth for us, everything, but here at Andy Ganesh, we got that old-time barn feel. Enjoyed it thoroughly. Brings me back when I was a kid running around the rink with my friends, not even paying attention to what was on the ice. I'm sure if I did, I probably would have ended up being a better player myself. But, you know, I was more interested in getting some money off my parents and getting some candy from the canteen. Canteen also has been on fire all weekend here at the Antigonish. Just doling out the food. Sent back in the other way. Pictou County trying to grab. 4:40 left to go here in the first. The pace continues to be, let's call it methodical. Down the right side, bouncing off the stick. Mitchell chips down to the half wall. Camus returned fire. No icing there. Grabbed by Pictou County in behind the net. They're going to survey 1-0 to score here. 4:20 left to go in the first. Picked up down the left side. Cut to the middle. McIvy shot. Oh, great bar down. Back in the net in a hurry, and that'll be 2-0 here with 4:11. And a big reaction from the crowd as that one is how you shoot a puck. All power in a hurry. Zigzagging into the zone, and that'll be 2-0. Mariners defender consoling his goaltender, but I don't know how many goalies could have stopped that. That probably would have went in against the U15 goalie. That thing was off the stick and in the back of the net in a millisecond. Simmer on the draw, taking on McQueen. Sim wins it over to the right side. Cameron over to Grace. Grace lead pass. Sim over to MacArthur. MacArthur back to Sim, chipped in front. Oh, just out of the reach of McDonald. Left side hustled in, gaining the blue line, ricocheted off those end boards. McQueen takes a swipe, but it'll be back there to Hall. Grabbed there. Cameron up the right side. McDonald holds up to Sim. Into the zone, right side, low shot. That one steered in high. Picked up, try to flick that over the net. Your teammate's going to drop down a little too far in front. Now on the right side, they'll head in. And along the end boards, off the end of the stick, touched up by McNeil. McNeil trying to center in front, hard pass, going to come back to the line. Mariners shot, that one caught in front, worked back the other way. Cameron, the D-man, going to lead the rush. Hand it over to Sim, left side. He'll try to beat him to the outside. Cutting in. Hillier gets him, a quick shot in front, and a nice save is Hillier. Good play there on Sim. Sim's going to give a word to the ref there, asking how that wasn't a penalty. Thought maybe it could have been, but I don't blame the ref for the no call. It was a rush off the left side. And Hillier helps get the play killed there. 2:56 to go here in the first. Jeff Warburton here on the call, bringing you yet another game. That one into the skates. On the wall, back over to White. White's going to try for the lead pass. Back through the middle, spun back around. LaRue now catching it. Back the other way, Swain by. White and Swain down the left side with pressure. Swain's going to circle in around. He kind of gets held up a little bit, but nice behind the back play. What a heads-up play by him. Eventually comes out to the half wall, but he chases it down and creates the turnover and works it in the zone. Swain, have yourself a shift, young man. Worked in front, that one wide. Back to Cameron. Cameron's circling. He's in the defensive zone. He looks up the right side. Turned over, it's chopped up by Hillier. Hillier gains center, back in behind. Picked up now, stick handled out. Stretch pass up the middle. Picked up by Little. Little on the break. Little shot, save. Chases in a rebound. Can't get it cleanly. Up the wall, through the middle, they falling down. A little hand on the puck there, Cameron. It's gonna just squirt out in behind perfectly to the Mariners, and they're gonna go for a rush here, 3-on-1. Hillier, shot high, rebound on the right side, can't catch up to it. Spun back the other side. Lead pass to the middle now. Pictou get it back. That one will spin in behind. Little down there on the boards. 1:26 left to go in the first. We buzzed right through this first period. Held on to. Hines poked at. Back through the middle. Cameron. Okay, sent back in the other way. They'll pull it back. Mariners over to the right side, picked up by Hillier. Hillier looking for the lead pass. That one stopped. Sim there on the line. Chopped up by McNeil. McNeil back to Cameron. In ahead, Sim gonna skate into that one. Down the right side with the puck. Cutting to the middle. Shot, score! Sim, as he goes down to one knee, fires one home, and it'll be 3-0 with 56 seconds left in the first. And Pictou kind of getting their mojo back a little bit here. We'll head back to center, 56.4 to go. Final minute of play here in the first frame. Down the left side, they'll try to play it back. Cameron, lead pass over to MacArthur. Chips up nicely for her, and then she makes a nice play over to Sim on the right side. Sim that again, trying to get it to McDonald. A real good line out there. McDonald, Sim, and MacArthur have been good all weekend. Shot in left side. McDonald drop back. Sim behind. He's going to elect to hold. Try for the wraparound, and he'll score. And just like that, it's 4-0. That one fell in behind. And a frustrated defender there on Eastern Shores. It kind of got away from Walker. And Sim scored 2 in under 2 minutes. And that'll be the score now, 4-0 against the Mariners. 27 seconds left to go here in the first. Puck dropped in again. 26 seconds to go. So we had a bit of a lull to start the period, coming on a little bit in the last few minutes. Pictou County shot on, blockered away. A nice shot, a nice hard shot from LaRue there. Back over to the half wall, chipped into D, over to Lemoyne. Lemoyne now trying to create an on-man rush here with 8 seconds to go. He'll hold, shot blocked by Grace. Hits the shaft of Grace's stick into the corner, and that should take us to the end of the period. So a couple late ones make it 4-0 Pictou County. We'll head back to center here. We'll have a 2-minute break and we'll be back for the second period. Okay, headed back to center here. 15 fresh minutes on the clock. Second period puck drop approaching. And we're off to the races. LaRue wins it back. Into the right side, Lemoyne tries to play it. Swain will cut in down the left side. Swain holding, trying to get by, and it's finished. And a nice play there right off the draw. It was on the right side, and it's a new goalie, I believe, in net. It looks like it is, so they switched it up. Didn't seem to shoot too much in that first 11 seconds, but that was just a straight up good play. Working in on the right side, and it'll be 5-0 to score. A quick rush here in the second, and now Pictou County, I think, finding their mojo, like I said a few moments ago, and locking it in. Lemoyne down the right side. MacArthur in behind, they'll wrap the boards. Swain up the left. Lead pass. That one missing, back into the zone, try to chip it by. Swain grabbing again. Finding open room here on the right, towards the middle. MacArthur can't get it. Left side, trying to get it back to White. It'll be back to Cormier. Cormier wrapping around. Swain then grabbing again. He'll survey, stop up, try to play it behind the back. It's grabbed, back in through center. Spun back around, MacArthur in towards the middle. That one falling into the back of the net off a blocked shot. And McCullum, I think, will be credited for that one, as it took a huge arc and fell in behind, and with a minute into the second period, it'll be 6-0 to score. And we'll head back to center for another one, and I think maybe a timeout can be called. We haven't heard it. Coach Jonah down there says on the back of his jacket, we're gonna let him play it out. Hillier left side, shot down. In along the end boards, trying to wrap that around. It comes up to the half wall, chipped by. Into the zone they come. Behind the back, played outside to the line. Trying to poke away at it. It'll be Pictou with the pressure back. That catches a skate. Camus rushing on. Camus putting the pressure on Cormier down low. He'll try to shake him off. Cormier, stop up play. Over to the left side. Tape pass. Nicely done there. We'll try to skate it out. Falling down. No penalty on the play. Right side again. Into the zone. MacGyver. Drop back to the line. Step in. It's going to be a nice friendly bounce. Pictou to Cameron on the right side. That one steered away. Trying to go 5-hole. Kaliaita pressuring hard on the boards there. In along the corner will be a 3-on-1 battle for the Mariners, and they get it out. Now it'll be a rush the other way. Morris looking for the empty room, and now it's tucked back, but they still have a chance at it. Camus shot across. Tough angle, couldn't get it. Dando. He shoots that. It bounces off a glove. Camus has to stay out, and now penalty coming. Interference. And it looks like the captain there will head to the box. Cameron. An interference call here. 12:43 left to go in the second. And now a chance for the Mariners to get back on the board here. The man advantage for 2. Dropped in. Over to the left side, trying to pull that back in behind. It bounces to the stick. They'll shoot at the length of the ice. Drop back on. Onto the side, Parsons lead pass. Stopped up. Back over to MacArthur. MacArthur tries to get ahead. Sim grabbing. Sim looking for the hat trick. He makes a nice move around. Grabbed him behind. Knocked off his puck now. Spun back the other way, right side, trying to find the open room. Parsons corrals. Parsons now slap shot on, and that one knocked wide into the zone. Picked up, nice hard clear, but stopped on the line beautifully. Back in the other way, LaRue. LaRue will hustle back for it. LaRue grabbing. Down the left side, still with it. Good skeet. Pushing that puck in deep. We got 1 minute left to go in the power play. 1 minute on the power play. Back in behind again. Chipped by McQueen. Pictou circling back on it. Played along the end wall. Picked up by Cormier and shot down there. 45 seconds to go on the man advantage now. Mariners keeping it in the offensive zone, but maybe fighting it a little bit when it comes to getting the opportunities they're looking for. Parsons dished across right side, trying to backhand, turned over to MacArthur. MacArthur going to pick that up in stride. Down the left side, they'll hold. Shot, glove down. 11:08 left to go here, and 26 seconds left to go on the penalty. Power play here in the second period. Swain on the draw. One back to the right side. The open winger, Mitchell, tries to play it ahead. It's in through center. Wound up again, and back down the left side they'll go. In behind, picked up. Quickly on the boards, right side delivery there, right on the stick, and against center, shoot it into a shin pad. Left side they go down White. White getting pressure, putting pressure on Cormier, but that'll be the end of the power play, so we'll be back to 5-on-5, trying to center out in front. Back to the line, Mitchell. Mitchell down the right, it's toe drag in front, covered up, and we'll have a whistle on the play. Back to 5-on-5. 6-0 score here. Remember, we're also streaming the U13 AAA female. Over on the X rink, my colleague Troy Langstaff taking care of business over there. Doing a good job of providing a nice place for people to watch. They have a bit of a different format, no semis. They play, I believe, 10 games on Saturday, Sunday, then just one game for the championship on Sunday. That one trying to get poked through, trying to will that puck into the back of the net. It'll be stopped. 10-13 to go here in the second. And we'll await puck drop again here. Zone on the left side. Swain trying to chip behind. Grabbed, pulled back Mitchell. Mitchell avoids contact. He's going to try to pull it up the right side himself. Cutting down, not going to gain center. The icing waved off. So a nice play by Mitchell in the end. Wrapped back around the other way. Back to Hall. Hall grabs and looking up the left side. And it'll be sent into the penalty box. As we get some youngins in front. Couple Let's Go Pictos. Hello, hi button. 9:50. It's interesting to see. I'm kind of right here in the middle, obviously, at the Antigonish Arena. Some kids will just walk right through. Some will go in behind. Some will hesitate, try to make eye contact with me. It really is a mixed bag when you're in the middle and the kids are buzzing around. The adults, I've noticed, like to go for the squat under. That one back over to Cameron. Cameron gonna cut that out, trying to play it down the wing. Dando, stick there near the Pictou bench. That could cause some problems here if they don't get a whistle. Hillier, nice job holding the line over to Camus. Camus, shot on, catches the side of Cameron. In behind, trying to jam that through, it's stopped. Camus in behind, handed off. Now in front, riding up. Over on the wall now, lead pass. Jumps off some sticks. McIver, drop back to Sim. Sim, walking in. Sim, almost for the hat trick. He had a nice little lane to the net he created for himself. Tried to put it on the right side. Pad got there in time. Morris now trying to take on 3 Crushers. Down the right side, trying to chip ahead, stop. Now grabbed into the zone, Cormier. Cormier, big powerful strides down the middle, turned over though. Parsons tried to get it up. Kalyeda. Now over to Dando. In behind on the stick, it'll fall through. Passed over again to Dando. Dando chops at it. Pictou County left side, chance for a shot. That one a hard one that rises over the net there. Back over to Cormier. Cormier will play it into the half wall, picked up by Sim. Sim trying to cut in front, he'll hold. Low shot, steered away. Back into the zone, they backhand it through the middle. Picked up with speed. Shot on, wrapping in behind again, Cormier. Cormier trying to spin that one out. Left side onto the stick of McDonald. McDonald lead pass to the middle. Grab now into the offensive zone by Sim. Stifled there. Back in behind to Cameron. Cameron's gonna grab. Cameron lead pass to the middle. Jumping off the stick of Swain as they get a fresh line change out there for Pictou County. Down. Held on to Swain behind the back pass, not there to get it, centered in front, no one there to pick up for Pictou. 7 minutes left to go here in the second. We're halfway through this game. 6-0 for the Crushers. Swain around the right side, he'll circle back. Cameron on the line. Cameron, low one, tipped off the shin pad into the corner. McNeil and Swain now down low. Staying on that puck tough. Backing around, poked off the end of the stick there. Swain doing some good work here in the offensive zone to keep it free. Up the wall, Doesn't get over to McNeil, and hit down there in the corner, and Pictou will head to the man advantage. An interference call as he got him on the back by the looks of it, and it'll be a power play chance here just over halfway through the third period, or the second. A little too rough coming in there on the back as McNeil trying to play that aggressive to create the turnover. Kind of hemmed in their own zone here right now. One over to the left side. Dropped off. Shot on. Rebound there front. Still loose, and then nicely covered up there by Reed. Reed will show very little emotion back there. Reed didn't start this game, but it looks like he's going to finish it. Power play here for another 2 minutes pretty much, 1:54. Back to the line, Cameron, hard shot, gloved down by Reed. Thank you everyone tuning in here on High Button Sports. We are into our second game of the day here. Next it'll be Tassa, Shabukdo. Followed up by our marquee game of the night, Bedford versus the hometown Antigonish to finish it out, and then it'll be the skills competition after. That went up the wall, kept into the blue line, stepping in. Left side, hard shot, and fired home. Cameron given time and space, and he'll make no mistake. And that'll be 7-0 off the Cameron power play goal, and another big time shot benefiting Pictou here. We'll head back to center. LaRue tries to chip by. In behind, Cameron stops up. Down the right wall, Hillier shot in. Dando. Stutter step there, right side into the glove. 5:45 to go in the second. Remember, we'll have our 10-minute break in between the second and third, and then we'll finish this game off at the 15-minute third period. Puck dropped there. Back in, Grace tried to clear it out the left side. Jumped off. Dando tries to play it, but it's ahead. Sim across, has a lane to the net, tries to toe drag it around. It's still loose up front. Tried to bury it, covered up behind, and now a penalty coming. A cross check coming, and now back to the box there for the Mariners, and the continued pressure by the Crushers. Proving to be a little too much right now. Mariners head to the box, that'll be LaRue. 2 minutes fresh on the power play here. Like I said, it's been all Pictou County here since about the first 7 minutes, the first half of the period when it was 1-0. First half of the first when it was 1-0. It was a fine job, but since then it's kind of gotten away from them a little bit here. On the Mariners side, puck still loose in front, that one trickling by. MacArthur back to Cameron, that's going to exit the zone. Cameron circling. He'll stop. Up the left side to Sim. Sim holds. Down the right side they come in. Into the corner, trying to steer in front, hits off the shaft of the stick, trying to jam it home. MacArthur there on the doorstep. She'll come over to the right side to pick it up. Tuffle on the wall. 2-on-2, back to Cormier. Cormier holds. Back down, Sim. Camus and Sim collide there in the middle, trying to clear it out. Camus with a nice clear there. Well done by him. That'll be back to the line. Touched up. Pressure there on the left, the right side corner. All sorts of pressure as they go down. 4:19 to go, hand it over to McCullum. McCullum lead pass through the middle. McDonald's gonna skate it out. McDonald poked at. Hillier making the play on that one. Back in behind once again. Wrapping the zone, 4:01 left to go here in the second. Back to Cormier on the line. Chopped that, left side, Hines. Hines getting to it first. He'll fire that down with conviction to those end boards. And it's back to Cormier. Cormier, shot that falls out on the side. Back in behind, trying to poke at it. In free in front. Left side. That's back down low, Cormier. Cormier stopping him behind. Cormier down the wing and on rushing LaRue, who just turned off here. Power play over, so a successful kill there for Pictou County. LaRue instantly out of the box and instantly into the middle of the play. Back into the zone. On the right side, Swain gonna hold up. Swain plays it to the half wall. Dished across to Cameron, finds Cameron. Cameron tries to deke, and now it can be free the other way. Parsons, he lost it. Cameron with some good hustle back as Parsons. I think he maybe would have benefited from some straight line skating there. Something that maybe isn't on top of mind for these young guys, but right there, they had a potential 2-on-1. He probably could have tried to cut to the left side and had a good chance on. Instead, maybe got a little frightened and tried to cut back to the middle, and then it allowed Cameron to come back, and then it's 1-on-2, and then it's knocked back the other way. So I think the boys know, and the girls down there know about that one sentence. I think they know about the trying to get that puck north. Obviously, keep that thing moving up the ice. You want to avoid passing it back unless you're in the offensive zone, really, most of the time. But maybe something to be said about just straight line skating, turning on the Jets and trying to beat them to the outside. We saw McDonald there on Dartmouth basically become an expert at this, and it's benefited them greatly this tournament, and a powerhouse on offense for them. And I know not everyone is going to have the same skating ability, but just maybe in that rare chance that you got a potential 2-on-1, instead of trying to cut back to the middle, the defense know what they're doing. They know that they're gonna skate, they're gonna straight line skate right back at you. So, I mean, like I said in the last game, I'm no mathematician, but when you think about it in terms of angles, if you're dipsy doodling through the neutral zone just over that blue line, and you've got a strong skater on D who just got beat, stopping and straight line right back to you, I think there's something to be said there about who gets to that open position first. So that's my little rant there for the period. 1:36 to go here in the second. Try to get it back to the line. It's kept in. Cormier pushed it down low. Mariners still working against in the offensive zone, but have kind of gotten their feet under them a little bit more here lately. The end of the first and start of the second, Pictou County was firing away. Since then, there hasn't been too many chances on net. 1:19 left to go here in the second, as the players from the next game slowly start to roll into the rink here. That game will be at 1 p.m. Try to spin that around. LaRue grabbing. We approach the final minute of play. Pinched in along the end boards there. 2-on-2. Up the wall. Sim back to the line. Tried to deke it in ahead. Held on to. Now backhand. Steered away. Right side. Back to Cormier. Last minute to play here in the second period. White trying to catch up. Cormier going to take his time with it. Big number 11 out there. Hand it over to McDonald. McDonald, lead pass, gonna kick it ahead. Back down the wall. Oh, and a layout collision. Didn't really look like a hit. Kind of looked like it ran into each other, but man down there on the opposite side got up in a hurry, thankfully, because that was a tough fall. Backed over to MacArthur. MacArthur, 30 seconds to go. Lead pass, trying to catch Sim. Through the middle, Morris coming on. He'll pick that up in stride through center. Cutting to the right side, pushed off. Mitchell then pinching in. That ricocheted off the top of the glass. 8 seconds to go here. 7, this should take us to the end. Grabbed onto. In through center now, McDonald. They're going to yell the shoot, but that'll be it. Drop pass to Sim, won't do anything, and that'll be the end of the second period. So 7-0 lead here for Pictou after 2. We'll be back here in the third after a 10-minute break. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to High Button Sports here for the third and final period of our second game of the day. We're off to the races here. Morris here on the right side, steering that puck up ahead. Pushed back into the corner there, trying to wrap around. Cameron gonna play it across into some skates, spun back. Down and behind, puck ricocheted off the boards, try to play back in behind again. Kalyaita chipped in front. And we'll see how the Mariners kind of come out here in this third period. Obviously not an ideal first two for them. They'd kind of come around a little bit near the end of the second. Obviously playing for pride here. That one's set on and they're gonna get him for 6. The bench minor here early is changing. That was a bit of an unlucky one as that puck was getting rimmed around. Nonetheless, Mariners now with the man advantage, and like I said, I'm thinking they're gonna come into this period trying to prove a point. You know, you're down 7-0, so most likely be your last period here at the Provincials. You gotta show what you're made of here. You made it all the way here. You've had a long, hard season in a really tough provincial league here in Nova Scotia. Show them what you're made of here, Mariners. That one in behind. Down the right side, bouncing off the glass. Walker gonna come back for it. Walker chasing. Up the wall, that one gets caught up in the skates. McDonald then pulled back. Parsons tries to free it up. He'll run in and now, oh no, and the collision there, they're gonna say was body contact. Yeah, I've seen more roughing, okay. I've seen, how do I put this? I've seen less call for more. I've seen more call for less this week, so that one tough as Parsons heads to the box and the assistant coach there on the Mariners side throwing the hands up, but we'll just have to continue on. Left side, that one handed off. Cameron back towards the middle. He'll fan on it. McQueen now. McQueen 1-on-3. Little stutter step. Good job not to just fire that on. It'll be 4-on-4 here for 1:24 seconds. We have not seen much extended 4-on-4 at all this weekend. This might be the first time we've had over a minute of it. Down the left side. Back to Walker. Walker picks it up. He goes to the corner. McQueen. Back in behind, left side handed off. Up the wall, whoa, running into the linesman. I thought the linesman almost took a tumble, had the boards to hang on to there. Cameron picking it up. Cameron over to Sim. Sim grabbing, 4-on-4, Sim backhand, kick save, nicely done there. Back line to Carroll. He'll look for the outlet, catches the skate. Back in behind, right hand. On the line, trying to play that up the right side wall. Mariners off the skate, McNeil. McNeil gonna shoot that down. 2.5 minutes gone here in the third. 36 seconds left on that second penalty, 16 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Cameron down the right side, he'll hold, try to jam that in. A couple players there for the rebound in front. Mitchell on the wall. Mitchell smartly lets the two Pictou players battle for it with his teammate there, Lemoyne, and then he'll just pluck that thing out once all the hard work's done. That's a smart hockey player. Back in to Lemoyne. Lemoyne shoots it down, and that'll be back to 5-on-5 here, so nothing coming of the 4-on-4. They're gonna leave it Cameron. Cameron stops him behind his net. He'll survey. Left side lead pass on. McIver. McIver steps in. He'll let a shot go. Big save there in net. Standing tall to that one. Good tracking. McEachern. McEachern down in behind Mitchell. Mitchell chipped off the wall. Hall gonna chase it in, but pinched down on the wall. And grabbing that, looks like Grace. Grace then goes down. He'll get back up. LaRue there on the wall. LaRue waits for his stick. His stick will be handed off. Back in behind, Swain. Pictou then gets that puck, tries to play it through. In ahead, right side now, cutting out of the zone, Lemoyne. Lemoyne brought in on side. He'll be cutting, shot over. Played off the wall, into the skates there, Pictou County. Into McEachern in the middle. Back in behind, trying to find Hines. Instead, it'll be sent down for an icing, and then 10:53 to go in the third. We'll head back to the opposite side. Pressure's still up 7. It's been that here for a while. Yaida on the draw. It's a fun name to say. Played over to the left side, trying to play it in across. Camus, he'll wind up, hard shot, rebound there in front. Pictou gets to it first. Backing around to the half wall, McEachern, McIver down the right side. Back in front, missing the stick, Yaida. Chip down the wall. Cormier in behind, Morris hustling. Morris almost pushed off the puck, but a nice kind of figure skating like formation there as they're tied up, but didn't really have any stopping there. It was all one motion, and they spun around, puck got free, and they managed to keep it clean. You know what's interesting? Jeff Skinner in the NHL, figure skater when he was a kid, very good figure skater. That one turned over to the middle. MacArthur on the left side, trying to steer it in front. One-timer, Cameron shot on the stick. Chipped up. Yaida tries to play it ahead, picked up in stride now down the right side, Morris cutting in. He'll try to bustle that one in. Oh, and running into the post. That did not look good. He was down after that push to the net. And they're gonna instantly call the coach out. And that takes me back to flashbacks of McDavid doing that at the end of the season a few years ago against Vancouver. It's a real risky play anywhere. It's just a thing that can happen in hockey, and we're gonna allow the coach to go out. We're gonna take a little break here. We'll be back once we've got an update. All right, and we are back here. The player seems to be okay, helped back to the bench. Keep an eye. Luckily, like I said, it's a very scary situation there. Anytime that happens, I know when I'm playing my beer league and I want to rush to the net like that, I always think of that moment. It's just such a common thing in hockey, right? To be skating down the right side, you want to cut to the net, you feel like you got the defender beat, you can kind of jam that puck in rather than taking a sharp angle shot. You want to, and you have the energy, you want to make that last effort move to the middle, but then if you get tripped up there with all that force, and then your leg's the first thing that hits that post that's pretty much in the ground, just not a recipe for success, recipe for disaster. Sim down the left side, shot, good save there in net. Played it behind, trying to wrap it around. Stopped. Yeah, like I said, scary stuff there, but he looks to be okay, so hopefully avoided something. And we're back here with 8:49 to go. Grace, the defender, a nice move through the middle. Grace left side drop. Sim trying to get that hat trick. Still going for it. He had 2 goals in about 2 minutes there at the end of the first. Grace off the stick. McDonald showing a lot of tenacity so far this weekend. He's a smaller player out there, but good hands and a good mind for the game. Every time he gets the puck, he plays it aggressive. Back in, Cameron. Cameron there on the wall. Tipped by. I just had a couple of Dartmouth players come up to me and saying they were high button fans. Oh, it looked like that could have been a hold in behind. They're going to let it go. Saying they're high button fans, and they basically reiterated the thing I learned earlier about if it's 7 goals. So if Bedford beats Antigonish by more than 7, then Dartmouth's still alive. Hines shot. Rebound there in front. Camus. Back in on the wall. Sim. It's pinched down the right side, trying to free that puck out. Spun back around in front on the stick. Pushed off into the corner. McDonald. McDonald back to Hines. Hines, low shot, tipped in behind. Sim now on the right side. I also heard from those players that Taylor, the young man who broke his foot playing soccer, they were hanging his jersey up behind. Too bad he had to miss out on Provincials. That's a heartbreaker, but he had a good attitude. But one of the guys said he was one of our best players, so I guess you always take that into consideration. I think any player out here playing in these Provincials are considered good, but I'm just telling what I heard. Down the right side. So Dartmouth's still alive. Antigonish still alive. Back in behind, Hines. Hines grabbing. Backhanded across. In through center. Tipped back into the offensive zone here. Hall, time ticks off the clock here. 6:43 to go here in our second game of the day. In front, that one loose, laying out in a nice spider position. Saving that one, and another blocker save. And some good goaltending coming there. That's Max Reed. Reed only let in the 2 early at the start of the second. Since then, he's shut down Pictou County. Some good chances on him. Swain now on the left side. Dished in front, wide open. Fanned on, and a perfect fan there if you're Reed and net, because that was point blank with a lot of power behind that wrister. Couldn't get it on. Back to the line, high shot. Over to Hines. Hines back in front on the stick. Stick handling. Touched up. Back into the corner there for Parsons. In on the wall. Down the half wall. Tried to steer in front, grabbed. Back in behind it comes. And that's just gonna exit the zone. Almost got by Cormier. Dished back over. Play it off the boards there, McIver. McIver onto the offensive end. Shot there, blocked. Mariners hemmed in their own zone here. 5:12 left to go. That one's sent on front, covered up. And a couple of shots after. So 5:05 to go here in the third. Second game of the day here on High Button Sports. Things are rolling right along. Next game will be Tass over Shabukto. That game will take place at 1 o'clock, so it looks like there's going to be a decent little break in between here, these next games. It'll be 1 and then the 3 o'clock game later. Hillier down the wall. Back towards the middle, touched into the corner. Behind the back glass there. Waiting for it. Over to Lemoyne. Lemoyne tries to ricochet that off. McEachern back in the opposite end. Hillier grabbing 4:39 to go. Just across, not too much pressure on Lemoyne. He'll field it cleanly. Try to get it up the right side. It's stopped by Grace. Grace goes down. In here, all on the boards in front. LaRue trying to pressure it ahead. McEachern trying as well. Everyone's kind of getting a stick on it. It was tied up there for a second. Grace now with it. Grace, left side over to McEachern. Wrapping around the end boards there. Haven't had a whistle here in a while. A pretty good flow here to this third period. We're rolling right through. 4 minutes left to go. Up on the boards, trying to chip it back. Grace holding. Through the legs, passed off. Sim gonna circle in. Sim down the right side. He'll hold, shot, blockered away. You know, the boards, and down goes Sim, and up goes the arm. Quick one in front, over to Cameron. Now Cameron's gonna fan on it, and something about that ice right now. A couple of fans there in front. Now on the stick, save there. Reed, good tracking by Reed. Now it's finally touched up, and with 3:28 to go in the third, back to the man advantage. If you guys are watching there at home and you haven't heard a High Button until this weekend, we appreciate you tuning in. A local company here in Atlantic, Canada. Started out as a podcast with founder Justin Belanger. Podcast has over 440 episodes. You can check that out on this exact YouTube channel. Interviews with McKinnon, Jonathan Torrens, a plethora of other NHL personalities, Batherson, everyone you can think of. Down the right side, shot, that one wide. And you can tune into that, and if you want streaming or you like the streaming, oh, that one by. And if you like the streaming so far, maybe you could email us at thehighbutton@gmail.com, and we could be streaming your teams next year. The Bedford AAA team, who is playing later tonight, we did all their home games this year. A lot of fun that was. Got to see all these teams before this weekend. It really helped me out. And if you're interested in that sort of thing for regular season coverage next year, make sure you send us an email. Say Jeff sent you. Kellyita riding up the stick there, in behind, and that was a 4-minute call there on Nando, so it'll be a power play till the end of the game here for Pictou County. Over to the left side, McDonald. Kellyita again. Chopped that, picked up, trying to go between the legs, grabbed. Down the right side, stopped. Back into the line. MacArthur stays on side over to Sim. Sim trying to finish off the hat trick. It's sent into Reed, and he'll stop that plan. 2:14 to go here in the third. Run back to the line. Cameron. So it was a head contact call. We haven't seen too many head contacts at first, a few in the first game, but I guess when you eliminate hitting, the head contact's gonna fall by the wayside a little bit more. If you watch some of those U16 or U15 games, the head contact's basically a game-ally, if that's a word, occurrence. Game-to-game occurrence. Shot in right side, trying to play that in behind. 1:43 to go left in this one. Cut out in front, backhand on. That one, nice save once again. Back to the line for Cormier. Cormier wind-up shot, catches the glove, spun around. Ricochet, Cameron. Hooked up on the arm there. Less than 90 seconds to go now. Trying for the one-timer pass in front. Not going to get there. Grabbed onto. Left side. McEachern back in front. Swept on. Mariner's going to catch up to it on the wall. Pushed off into the corner. They'll go down. No arm will go up. Swain picks up the puck there in the open area. Played back to Cormier on the line. Cormier shot. That one tipped off the shoulder pad of Mitchell there in front and falling out. Final minute of play here. 57 seconds left to go on the clock. Still on the man advantage. Pictou. Down the left side. Mitchell cuts it off. Good penalty killing here by the Mariners. That's wrapped in along the boards. Backed up. Turned over in front potentially. Jumped that. Pulled back in the zone there. Cameron handed off. Down the right side, walking in, dished off McEachern. McEachern shot, pad save there. Reed playing phenomenal here until the very last whistle. 24 seconds to go. Cameron steps in, shot, that one high. Rises up over the glass, over to Grace. Grace shot in, kick save, another one. That one doesn't find the back of the net either. 10 seconds to go. Still on it, backhanded on, and Reed will get the whistle. So with 7.2 to go here in the third, it looks like 7-0 will be the final score, but a good third period here. A good, honestly, second half of the game for the Mariners. Not able to break through on the score sheet, but after a bit of an onslaught there at the end of the first, they really got it back on track here for the last little bit. And with 6 seconds to go, this looks like it will be the end. Shot on, covered up again with 1 second to go, so I guess it won't be the end. And we'll just see this one be played out, award the MVPs, and then head off and wait until our next game. Tass and Pictou. Tass obviously coming off that massive win. I'm sure they're buzzing down there in the locker room. Dropped in, and that'll do it. So Pictou County will get the victory. And so Reed throws his hands up there, gives a hug. I think this is the end of the season here for those young men. Fantastic year. And it's always tough to see a season, and I can actually feel the pain, you know, when that ends. But part of life. They'll head back to center, and it's real nice just to see. Keep that over. A couple head taps and making it this far, a big accomplishment. Reed had a great game here to finish, and a hug there. That's what it's all about, folks. And head back to center here. Zeros on the clock. Await the MVPs to be awarded, and then we'll sign off on our second game of the day. Officially halfway done.
Player of the game for Eastern Shore, number 45, Max Reed.
And Max Reed, well deserved. Like I said, he came in and he played pretty good here in the back half of this game. And at the end there, I really liked him throwing his arms up. Even though they lost, he celebrated knowing it was the end of the season and kind of maybe take the sting away a little bit. So props down there to Max Reed, and then he has got a big smile and something you'll remember. Stick taps. And there you go. Number 10. The assistant there, Eli. That's young Eli Swain out there taking it home. And that'll do it here on High Button Sports. So thank you for tuning in. We appreciate it. Once again, we'll be back here in about 40 minutes for the next one.